Yes, I'm really into watching reality and comedy shows on the weekends. This kind of movie, have me to kick back. And when I'm feeling a little bit down in the dumps, there's nothing like a good comedy show to cheer me up. And I am really fond of a comedy series named The Big Bang Theory. I am so addicted to the little young Sheldon.
Do you usually make your other people/friends laugh?
Yes, I am really enjoy making people and my friends laughing. Actually, I consider myself as a person have a great sense of humor. Then I find it quite easy to make them laugh. Just to take some funny picture of them and make fun of people online that made me feel so, great.
Do you and your friends laugh at the same story?
Um, Yes, but not actually. But I find it quite weird. But if I find interesting about something, some story, but my best friend didn't feel the same feeling, didn't have the same feeling, it's quite weird. So we usually laughing at the same story.
Do you think it's important to laugh with friends?
Definitely, it's really important because laughing with the friends will help us to become closer. After spending 8 hours studying at the university, laughing will help us to reduce our stress and kick back and enjoy life and just don't take things too serious.
Do your neighbor go to the park?
Um, Actually, I don't pay attention to that, but I live in a small community and the park is quite far from where I live, so I guess just a few of my neighbors come to the park to hang out with the friends and find a playground area or do some exercise or a walk.
Did you often visit the park when you were young?
Um, when I was young, to be honest, I don't remember exactly, but when I was little, I rarely came to the park because my parents were so busy with their work and they didn't have much time for other activities, so I just spent time with my friends in my neighborhood.
Do you visit there now? Why?
Um, at the moment, with my busy schedule, I find it quite difficult to have time for myself to go to the park. It's quite far from my house, so it's not really convenient. Instead, I usually go to the lake or stadium nearby.
What do your neighbors do at the park?
Well, there are a lot of activities that my neighbors can do when they go to visit the park. I guess the hanging out with the friends is a top activity for them. And another will, you know, there are plenty of outdoor size furnishings for them to sit, such as picnic tables or park benches. So a lot of my neighbors came to the park. Maybe I think that they came here to have a picnic or just sitting and chilling with the environment, with the fresh environment in the park.
Instrument. Instrument. Do you play any instruments? Do you have intent to play any?
Um, no, actually. Um, though I really love singing and I really love watching other people play instruments like playing piano or playing guitars, but I have never had a chance to play any instruments in my life. And I don't think that in the future I have any intention to play instrument because just basically it's not my area of interest.
Trends anything about public transportation?
Change anything? Um, it's an interesting question, but I never think about it before. Um, the price achieved, the service is good. Maybe we can use, instead of using petrol or fuel to active the bus, we can use another resources. I don't know, but in the future, I think that we have a chance to use another resources that more friendly to the environment instead of using fuel or a petrol, because more and more have a lot of birds on the street, and the carbon footprint releases from birds is quite high, so I really want to reduce it.
Part 2. Describe a dinner with a friend.
Describe a dinner with a friend. Okay.
Part 2. Describe a dinner with a friend.
I would like to talk about a dinner I really enjoyed eating with my Betty's on her 18th birthday. It's for this special occasion, I am so excited to set or about getting everything ready for the big event. And I booked a private room in the Chinese restaurant before her birthday a week, just to make sure that it's not full on her birthday. I chose this because I know her, my best friend, so well. I know that she's really into Chinese culture. It's a favorite country and she really want to travel it to taste Chinese cuisines. And I hope that it will be a really big surprise for her when we go there. And on that day, she wore a white long dress. I must say that she has a really pretty honeycomb skin, and she just looked so fancy in this outfit. When we arrived there, everything was served on the table, and the restaurant, the Chinese food dishes to the dad, and we had discussion about it.
Part 2. Describe a dinner with a friend.
I would like to talk about a dinner I enjoyed eating with my Betty's on her birthday party.
Part 2. Describe a dinner with a friend.
I would like to talk about a dinner that I really enjoyed eating with my best friend on her 18th birthday party. It was about 3 years ago. And for this special occasions, I was so excited to getting everything ready for the big event. I booked a private room in a Chinese restaurant for her birthday party before her birthday a week, just to make sure that it's not full on her birthday. And I chose this because I know my best friend so well. I know that she really into Chinese culture and it's her favorite country. And I know that she really want to travel to taste Chinese cuisines. And I hope that will be a really big surprise for her on her birthday. On that day, she wore a white long dress. I must say that she have a really pretty honeycomb skin, so she looked so fancy in this outfit. And when we arrived there, everything was served on the table. Chinese food delicious to the dad, I must say. And we have a discussion about it. She joked that we can cook it at home due to lack of skills and some equipment required to cook it, or dishes which require laborious effort to make it. And I think that the Chinese dishes like this was an oily type of food, but no, it was stand out as being healthy and clean. And I can't name it. I can name the food right now because to be honest, I don't know how to call it in Chinese, because the menu was written in the Chinese. However, I have taken several pictures of them. And after that, the restaurant gave my best friend a it's really delicious cherry cake and didn't forget to turn on music for her. I must just say that their service was so great, and it would be my top choice if I want to celebrate important occasion next time. We really enjoyed the dinner, the food, and this night out, and she gave me a big thumb.
Describe a time you set a goal and try your best to achieve it.
Today, I would like to talk about a goal, an achievement that I put a lot of effort to gain when I was a second year student. At that time, my goal was, have a good chance to work for a big company as an intern in the human resources department. Actually, it's a famous and a big restaurant in my city. And the reason that I really want to achieve these goals is to obtain internship certification and gain essential professional experiences. In order to achieve this, I have done a lot of research about the position and as well as its requirements. For example, the requirements about the ability to communicate in English, and I'm trying to enhance my CV. So just to make sure that my CV looks so attractive and cannot be rejected by the employer. To be honest, my best friend already work for this company, so I told her about my intention to apply for this position and asked her for more information. And she gave me a lot of useful advice. I spent a lot of time to practice answering all the common interview questions to, build up my confidence. And I'm trying to practice several times until I feel so happy with my responses. Because, the company that I really want to apply is international restaurant. So in the job interview, I must pay attention on my appearance